Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void, and from Home Story Cup, we have Cure versus Reynor here on Lost and Found, the latter edition. Bottom left-hand corner is the Italian Zerg player named Reynor. He is blue, he is 16 years old, and currently teamless. And in the top right-hand corner is the red Terran player. It is Cure from Reynor Green Wings. He's a ripe old 24 years old. Okay, so ZVT from Home Story Cup. Cure is basically a Terran player who is very, very skilled. He is Korean. And I've cast him a lot on the Africa World circuit over on Africa.tv. If you haven't made the trip over there, I kind of encourage you to do so, but if you don't want to, that's okay as well. Reynor is on the rise, you guys. On the rise as a Zerg player here. He's from Italy, which doesn't produce very many professional StarCraft 2 players, and he's very young, but he's taken down a lot of older, more experienced players, so I'm curious to see what he can do here against Cure. Should be an excellent, excellent game here on Lost and Found, a very standard map. No proxies, hatch gas pool. There's your pool. No question. No question, this is going to be very standard at this point. Unless, you know, Cure decides to battlecruiser rush, which is, I guess, entirely possible, and within the realms of something he can do. That's the great thing about StarCraft, you guys. You can do whatever you want. I just played against a Terran player on the ladder who went for a command center first play, and I was like, what? And then I bailing busted him, and he died. Anyway, Reaper's name is Bob the Presidential Reaper. Hey, it's Bob! Bob, the winner of what was supposed to be Emperor Mengsk's sham presidential election, managed to survive what was supposed to be his death sentence after a first deployment, then the second, and then the third. Bob kept beating the odds and has started a second presidential campaign based on his statistically impossible military Reaper record. Now Mengsk, fearing that Bob would be able to actually rule if Bob wins the second term, has sabotaged Bob's jetpack on this, Bob's final deployment. Will Bob survive and make good on his promise to feed the poor instead of feeding dead space gods? Wow, Bob, you've survived this many deployments. I'm super impressed. All right, so he scouts the third, comes into the natural base. He's going to play around with these lings just a little bit. Maybe try to kill a drone while he's at it. Actually focusing down the lings, but you're on a timer here, buddy. You can't kill these ling fast enough before the queen pops out. It just is not feasible at all. And there's your queen, and here's Bob getting the heck out. We got to keep a close eye on Bob, you guys. This is Bob. He's important to me. He was sent into the field by Emperor Mengsk. And he survived, which does not happen a lot. Reapers don't live in StarCraft all that much. Oh, he's got a friend. Oh, maybe having a friend will help. No, Bob. Which one of these is Bob? Actually, I'm just realizing probably the one that's most wounded. He got 3 kills, though. All right, Bob. All right, not too shabby, Bob. We'll keep an eye on you. Nothing else is going on. It's just lings, it's just queens, it's just drones. Making additional Zerglings to deal with the double Reaper threat here is very smart by Reynor. Got a third base under construction by Cure back home, going for a starport here too, and some Hellion production, so nothing too crazy. But this is Bob, man. This is, okay, which one of these is Bob? The one with 3 kills. This is Bob right here. We're going to follow him. He's got full health. His buddy's a little bit injured. His buddy's very close to dying, but not quite dead there yet. Are we heading home? Bob, I believe in what you're capable of doing here, Bob. It's Marines with stim. It's a starport. There's really nothing too crazy here from Cure. He's going into bio a little bit faster than we've seen other Terrans on the channel recently. Seen other Terrans go for a lot more Hellions than just, you know, 2 or 4. We've seen as many as 6 and 8, but nah, Cure wants to get right into the bio, get this thing rocking and rolling. So coming on in here is Bob. Bob of the 3 kills, dancing in, 2 queens, enough to shove away a double Hellion and double Reaper. Oh no! Oh no, Bob! Don't get stuck, Bob! Bob's alive! Bob is alive! He's trying to save his Hellion buddy, but no, he gets pinned to a corner and Bob is dead! Bob! No! Bob! Actually sad about Bob, you guys. He was doing so well. He was the last man standing. He hadn't tried to save his Hellion friend. He could have lived, but that's just the kind of man Bob was. He was self-sacrificing for those who needed his help. All hail Bob. Moment of silence for Bob. Hey, I said moment of silence, you Marines. Stop killing this Overlord. Thank you. Alright, that's enough. Viking gets an Overlord, no big deal. Over here at the third, fourth base coming up from Reynor here too. Bob. Oh, Bob. Okay, I'm going to soldier on. I'm going to do what Bob wants me to do, which is continue to cast this game, continue to be entertaining for y'all, and continue to show you who's going to win this game between Cure and Reynor. Third base going to land after upgrading to an orbital command from Cure. And yeah, it's Bioman. It's Medevacs. It is Marines. It is Hellions. This Viking going to kill this another Overlord. You got 3 kills? Dang, son. That's pretty good stuff. That is pretty dead impressive stuff. Some Zerglings running up to try to harass this third, but there are 2 Hellions. Oh, one of them. No, actually the Hellions both end up dead. The Marines are going to shoo these guys away, but I don't. Is that enough? Do they have upgrades? They don't have upgrades yet, but again, neither do the Lings. I like this. I like little bands of Lings out. Okay, except when they die. You don't want them to die. They need to be there for information. Lings running up. Lings trying to see, is there a base maybe down here we can hide behind? This is a lot of Zerglings. This is Reynor sacrificing quite a bit of an economy to be aggressive here, which I like. I like aggressive Zerg style. I love what Cyril's able to do with his defensive Zerg style, and it obviously won him a BlizzCon. But at the same time, players like Scarlet that can do that can be aggressive for Lings and Veins and win. I'm a fan. Are you going to get another kill here? By golly, that's 4 kills on that Viking, and he's still alive. Mind you, Zerg's running into the third. There's nothing here except some Marines on their tail. Oh, a Widow Mine. There's a Widow Mine. Yeah, none of them actually. They'd rather die to the Marines than die to the Widow Mine. That's amazing. We see their preference. Alright, so double medevac drop coming in here. It is not being scouted because the Overlord was killed, but there's Lings here anyway. And yeah, they're in a fantastic position to shut this thing down. There are 1/1 Lings too, so they can actually handle that no problem. Marines pushing up to clear out some of these creep tumors along the northern section of the map, pushing into the third possibly, but nope, I don't think that's going to happen either. 125 to 116 supply overall. Reynor's in a great position. He's got 79 workers at 7 minutes, which is just beautiful. His injects have been on point. Does he have a macro hatch at all? He does. He got a macro hatch in his main, which I really need to implement into my game, you guys. I just do. Yeah, so it's going to be Lings and Banelings and Hydras. It's going to be the... Oh, the Baneling hits! He did not lift up in time, and he's going to lose. Almost lost a medevac to those Queens. If those were Hydras. No, keep pushing. They're just sitting here. Okay, they're not anymore. Wow, that was a pretty good pickup there. Cure not quite paying attention to his Zerglings as much as he should. 5th base here by Cure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 5th base by him. Lots of Lings, lots of Banes, lots of Hydras. He's happily sitting on 81 workers. He's expanding. He's in a great position. It's going to be these Widow Mines. They're going to be a problem for him. Who did we cast the other day? It was Innovation versus... God, I'm blanking on who that was. It was just on Sunday. It was just a couple days ago. It wasn't Cyril. Ah, I really can't remember. I gotta look this up. Hold on. We're gonna keep an eye on the mini-map here. We're gonna keep an eye on these little drops that are happening. And actually, nothing here to stop this one at all. Spore Crawler getting focused down. This is not looking good for Reynor. Lings trying to roll in the backside. They get that bit of a surround, and yeah, you're going to die. And escapes out. So not a lot of damage done there, as it turns out. So where is my stuff? Widow Mines. Getting some decent firing there. Oh! And a drop over here at the natural base too, getting 8 drones, but everybody involved with that is completely dead too. Dropships trying to hang out here just outside of the main base of Reynor and get some stuff done. But this is the problem. If you don't go for Spire, the drops are going to cause you problems a lot. Widow Mine comes up and does manage to burrow down. Does have the upgrade. Does have the Drilling Claws upgrade. So they are perma-burrowed, which is why there's an Overseer here now. Decent. Oh, that Baneling explosion was huge, but it was still not enough to stop Reynor from pushing that away. Man, they're so darn effective, are those Widow Mines when they're perma-burrowed like this. Again, I just feel like I'm back in Heart of the Swarm with this stuff. Is this drop still not doing anything? They're still hanging out, guys. I'm not sure that Q remembers that it exists. Widow Mine's firing, getting some friendly fire there, and killing a few Zerglings, but nothing too insane. That was good control by Reynor on that one, and picking him out of the ground. Widow Mine count is down to 0. 0 Widow Mines and 2 more in production, but that is really nice for Reynor. More Banelings coming on in, pushing down to the south. Again, just setting up with 2 separate forces here is Cure. The best players can set up 3 separate forces to harass with, but I mean, 2 is hard enough as it is. If you've never tried it on ladder, maybe you should. 3-3 coming up for Cure, working on an Ultralisk Cavern. And that's not a great, I don't like this position from Reynor, but he's getting some decent hits with it, and the Hydras do have the high ground. They're trading pretty well. Do they have the upgrades is the question. They do have speed and range, but they don't have any attack upgrades. Banelings rolling on into the third base. They took down a few supply depots. Is that going to supply block our guy? Oh, meanwhile, another drop here at the natural base causing major problems. Reynor paying attention to this, maybe a little bit too much, but killing a lot of SCVs too. A lot of SCVs going down. Attacking on into the 4th base. This is getting cleaned up very nicely, but the natural is still a thing. This Marauder standing at that choke point did so much work. 14 SCVs died, and 5 drones ended up dying there too. It's 150 to 200 supply. Reynor is really in a pretty good spot here. Worker count is 79 to 62. Resources lost 10,400 to 10,200, so virtually identical. And Reynor survived. He was able to get a lot of stuff done at that 3rd base of Cures. A 4th base is done by Cure. A 5th base is done by Cure. So he's been expanding very nicely here too. That 3-3 is about 50% complete for him. Not quite ready to go. Making a lot of Widow Mines can slow down that upgrade timing for sure. Alright, so Widow Mines setting up. Ling counterattack. Rolling in. There are some Widow Mines, but he wants to get that 3rd base. He wants to finish the job that he started earlier. Ling's rolling down. They can't do much to get that planetary fortress, but they're going to try for a second there. Oh, and getting on up to this 6th base, or this 5th base too. Killing a few SCVs, but getting responded to, I was going to say responded to adequately, but they actually left a little bit early, and additional SCVs died that didn't have to. Chitinous plating coming on in, a Spire on the way. Do we have anything that can deal with Ultras? It's a lot of Marauder for Cure. 19 Marauders. They're going to be 3-3 Marauders very, very close here. Very, very soon for Cure. And here are the Ultras. And they have that 3 ground carapace. They are fully upgraded. Yes, Banelings rolling in, trying to get shots on those guys too. Are they fully upgraded? They got 3-2, nope, 3-2 in chitinous plating. So they're almost fully upgraded, but they're pretty scary nevertheless. Again, the multi-pronged attacks are so good, so hard to cast, but so fun at the same time. All right, so 5th base under attack here by Ultras and Hydras and Banelings. You're not saving that. There's just no way at all. Hydra DPS too good, and it does end up going down. But are you going to lose this army in the process? This engagement down here looking pretty good here too for Reynor. He's pushing the army back at the very least. It's going the wrong way for Cure. And once the base is done, Reynor escapes from the northern section of the map too. Taking a 6th base behind this while killing the 5th base of Cures is exactly what needed to happen there. Working out exceptionally well. The Spire is done. He hasn't made any Spire units yet. I'd like to see some Corruptors come on in just to get rid of some of these medevacs. They've been really, really good for Cure throughout most of this game. The creep spread hasn't been amazing, but again, Cure's been killing a lot of tumors. So it's hard to have amazing creep spread when somebody is actively trying to destroy every one of your tumors as they go down. Another base down here, well, first hatchery actually killed. Under construction for Reynor, so I'm not entirely sure that it counts. We got Lings rolling into the 3rd base, again killing more SCVs, the aggressive style. Really working for Reynor here, but this game is definitely far from over. Here we go. That is just too much. Too many Ultras, too many Hydras, too many Banes. Some Fungals, I think, would be really, really good here. Changelings getting tossed down for who knows what reason. I don't know. And actually, the 3-3 Marines and Marauders able to kite pretty fantastically against these Ultras. They have the Anabolic Synthesis upgrade. They don't. He's not bothering to get that upgrade, which I find very questionable. Why not? Why not get it? Also, where are the Queens? Where are the Transfuses? Oh, he's got some Infestors. All right, fantastic. And he's going for a Greater Spire. So this is not his final tech. Yeah, ready for the Ling attack at the north there that time. was Cure, shoving those dudes away very nicely. All right, man. Marines, Marauders, Medivacs, working on... he's not bothering with any of the traditional answers to Ultralisk. I guess just Marauder, though. New Marauder, pretty good with that bonus damage versus armored stuff, which is, again, what the Ultralisks are. They're very, very armored indeed. So Queens are here for transfuses. It's a heal over time spell now. You can see that heal icon coming up just nicely. An attack up this way to kill some creep tumors in the north. An attack down south. Nice fungals. You can't lift and run if you're being fungled. Oh, that was brutal, brutal stuff. Medevac's getting killed there too, but attacking down towards the third. Banelings trying to set up. Oh, Banelings taking down the Widow Mines very, very nicely. Now this army not as strong as they used to. They were relying on the Widow Mines to provide them some additional force multiplier stuff, and that Marauder gets left behind and destroyed. Widow Mine firing on a couple of those Zerglings. Nice control there by Reynor. Wow. Attacking into the fourth base with Ultras and Hydras, and Banelings base down. That was very nice. Great counterattack from Reynor. His changelings keep freaking me out, but they're just changelings. And they're dead now. Resources lost 24,000 to 22,000. Reynor is in a great economic position. It's only a 4 base here from Cure at 16 minutes, which is not what you want to see. Reynor is happily sitting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6th base. Coming up behind this here too, 79 to 61 workers. SCVs killed 35, and 15 drones killed by Cure. Cure trying to expand to a 6th base up here at the 12 o'clock position. Well, 11:30 position maybe. This is 12:30 possibly based on the mini-map. Tacking on down this right side, we got some Lings hiding in a corner here, ready to go for a counterattack. Oh, this base is in trouble. Yeah, see them moving? See them moving? If the army's out, the Lings are going to sneak in the backside, take some Widow Mine shots. No, just kill this. There we go. Just killing that. These Lings are mad. They've got adrenal glands. They're fully upgraded cracklings. That base is done. What a beautiful play by Reynor with a sneaky Ling counterattack. As soon as Cure left his base, is he going to win this thing too? Dang, cracklings are good. Cracklings are so good. These guys are doing way more work than they should be able to. More SCVs, 21, 22, and finally getting cleaned out. The 3rd base is under attack, and it is going to die. There's nothing to defend that, so Cure does manage to get a counterattack of his own in there. But 22 SCVs down is a lot of dead SCVs. That said, Terran players are not dead until they are dead. Hydra standing in. The Ultras just need to engage. The pathing has been bad here. Ultra getting some nice sweeps off. Banelings trying to get some hits at the same time, but forcing Cure back. Anyway, is Reynor. 190 to 165 supply. Reynor is in a great position right now. He's killed a lot of SCVs. He's pushing up this way. He's clearing out what is left of the army. It's 123 to 96 army in favor of Reynor. He's got that 6th base running just happily, and he's got Broodlords. There are 5 Vikings in production at a time, but how many are there on the field right now? 0. He can't save this base. These mules are done. I think this orbital command is done as well. He's not even bothering to lift it. Here is Cure. An attack on the top side is maybe attracting too much of his attention, but Reynor killing 9 more SCVs right now. The 16-year-old really trying to take it to Cure right now. Marines, Marauders attacking from the north to the south, killing creep tumors. I suppose that's okay. The Broodlords and Successors just left behind to kill this front door here from Cure. Cure, last-ditch attempt. I just think he needs to win with this, but the Baneling connections are too good. Way, way too good right now. Where the heck are the Vikings? The Vikings, I saw them in production. There are Medivacs. Vikings are... Oh, they're hiding back here. Why are they not involved with the Broodlords? Maybe they are now. Yes, they're moving out now. But it's 199 to 157 supply. This 6th base of Cures is a... it's under direct attack here from Reynor. The Banelings are going to crash into the SCVs. The Ultra's going to finish... Oh, that is such a destructive influence. Goodbye. Goodbye, Planetary Fortress. Couple of good Baneling parting shots there from Reynor. Broodlords are happily floating about here. They have any upgrades at all? They got +1 flyer. They're working on the +2 flyer too. Vikings are trying to find them. All right, here we go. Here we go. Parasitic bomb on each. Oh, wow, 3 of the Vikings get parasitic bombed here. There are some corruptors, enough to finish those dudes off. The ground army getting dealt with. The Broodlords were basically untouched during that battle. I don't think any of them died. One of them is in a yellow/orange state. That went about as poorly for Cure as it ever could. 198 to 118 supply. Dang, Reynor, are you really taking down Cure here in this game? Doesn't bother replanting his third. The Baneling Nest gets sniped off, and getting the Greater Spyro would be a pretty good get too, but I don't know that he knows it's there is the problem. So Viking's going to fight here. Corruptor's going to fight against them there too. Is there another Parasitic Bomb available? I don't actually know. The Marauders are getting just chomp, 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 chomp down. This attack of Medivacs is heading to the south, to the north to try to escape from Zergville. And yeah, I just don't see it happening. Where are the... Wow, the Vipers flew up there and just died, I think. They didn't get anything done. Are there enough Corruptors to do this? More reinforcing Corruptors are coming in, and that's where it starts getting scary for these Vikings. It's 37 workers on the ground here for Cure. He keeps losing SCVs. This third base has been under attack what feels like the entire game. And it is finally going to fall to those Broodlords, and that is your good game. Cure taps out, and Reynor wins it in 20 minutes and 43 seconds. What an absolutely impressive display from the young Italian player. Wow. Resources lost pretty even, 36 to 37,000. Cure lost more, but not by that much. I want to say Cure's mistake was maybe not going for Liberator or Ghost when the Broodlords came out. Or when the Ultras came out, or the Broodlords came out. He didn't do that on either of them, really. The Ultras did a lot more work than they should have been able to. Snipes just absolutely remove them from the battlefield. Steady targeting, especially in a defensive position, just make Ultras entirely non-viable at all. I like the Viking response to the Broodlords, but just not enough of them. Didn't have the ground army to support them either. And the Broodlord just ended up doing work, man. 10 kills, 6 kills, 1 kill. Share your kills, guys. Come on. 1 kill. How do you have 1 kill? 6 kills, 7 kills. That's much better. Yep. Great game. Great back and forth, though. Really, really fun game for your StarCraft2 Legacy of the Void cast. And that's going to be it for me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.